The Lions, a little rematch with the Los Angeles Rams. Detroit laying 3.5. 51.5 is the total. Plus 160 for the Rams on the money line. Other than the fact that this would be the most obvious gut punch to a city that hasn't won shit, but seems to be feeling pretty good about themselves. Talking with Big Balls a couple weeks ago, he seemed very excited and nervous all at the same time.
Well,
yes.
he didn't. You could tell he felt. And shout out to our buddy.
Too much confidence was bad. He knew.
Yeah, just the lines with expectations. Yeah. Even last year, I think we were a bit skeptical. Like, hey, you guys finished strong, prove it. They did. They got into the playoffs. They got that playoff win monkey off their back. But now it's expectation time for the Detroit Lions.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone's picking them to win the NFC. They're dark horse. They're not even a dark horse anymore. They're just a regular horse. I think is what's scary about this Detroit Lions team. And you could maybe talk me in to taking the Rams and the points as I did in the playoffs, but Jared Goff is elite in week 1, 7-0 ATS. I'm not going to fade that. Aww. Rams are missing their left tackle, Alric Jackson, for unknown reasons. Very, very weird. Sean McVay and the
reasons.
Sean McVay and the Rams are good in week 1. So we do have that and obviously no Aaron Donald, which is, I'm not totally out on the Rams, but if that defense isn't quite as good, not having Aaron Donald certainly is there. Puka Nacua is banged up, and this Rams team, they're a super old veteran team who feels probably kind of okay starting a little slow. And that it comes down to me, that Detroit offensive line is elite.
Yeah. They're going and it's an offensive line that's going to go against a bunch of young players. I mean, you think about the rookies and second year guys on the line, and just in general, the offense for Detroit's offense versus the Rams defense is a much bigger mismatch than this point spread is indicating. What scares me is that the Rams, like some of the teams we talked about, the Cardinals, the Texans, they're going to be able to move the ball, I think, on this Detroit defense as well. I think they maybe they.
No, and I think this game could be a lot like that other game where it's going to be close. But I think the Rams missing their left tackle, Detroit's offensive line looking a little better.
There is a version where Detroit's pass rush is able to overwhelm this offensive line, and if that happens, it's no contest. I just think the juice that they're going to get from this building,
yeah. And Derek pointed that out. He goes, Detroit on a late game where they can sit around drinking all day. It's going to be electric. Any sort of sympathy they had for a Matt Stafford return is completely gone.
Yeah, it's
they're just
off.
Locked in kill mode.
And I also think there's maybe the Rams aren't that. Like maybe the Rams are really bad on defense.
Yeah, I don't know about really bad. And they're.
Well, what was the spread when they played this game in the playoffs?
It's exactly the same.
And Aaron Donald is definitely worth.
He's
points.
worth a half a point. I mean, Puka Nacua is not healthy.
At least a half a point.
Puka Nacua is not healthy.
Puka Nacua might be worth half a point. Aaron Donald is worth like a point.
Probably, yeah.
So to me, there's just
and they're no left tackle. They
let's
suspended.
adjust.